At this point in my life, aside from the music and the gargantuan output I've made competing for the glory of the most musical angel in God's kingdom, I found I'm utterly exhausted doing this, and it didn't help that once upon a time I ran away with my cat Jerry. I professed to be fucking Jesus that day, and over the years, I've come to terms that I'm maybe Lyrical Jesus, much more than just thieving Lucifer for his shine! The theory of a story, told ahead of time, the marching of the pigs, the nature of the swine, twiddling their thumbs, waiting for the moment, holding their breath, hoping for the best. The lad believed in love, the universal type. He tried to be a ray, in the perfect light. The world was so imperfect. He knew about the challenge, to make a valid point, the plan to offer balance. Darkness was his comforter, of course from time to time. The crows were friends of his, that often give a sign. And then there was you, with your suggestive thinking. Never being too direct, you'd offer me an inkling. To say I took a stand, I tried to give a hand, and if you ask a skeptic, it began when I ran. I am who I am, this never was a sham, this never was a farce, I used the force and had a plan, this never was a scam, I did it for my fam, and if you ask a schemer, it began when I ran. I am who I am, this never was a sham, this never was a farce, I used the force and had a plan, this never was a scam, I did it for my fam, and if you ask a schemer, it began when I ran. The flock was curious, like what would be the sign. The claim the mark was made, I was the mark in given time. The Christians went to church, where faith would reemerge. As far as I'm concerned, but not the man I was at first. Drinking and smoking, acting like a jackass. Price didn't matter, I was fond of ghetto pass. The snakes would hiss at me, throughout these deathly hollows, imploring me to show myself, stop hiding in the shadows. I think an outsider would have expected more from me as far as attitude towards my precious family. It had been my trademark, admiring the brave hearts. I didn't think I ever would have modeled after them. To say I gave a damn. I enjoyed my own brain. And if you ask a doubter, it began when I ran. I feel the nature of the music I'm doing these days is starting to take a bit of an unwholesome turn. And I don't really like that. But like I said, it began when I ran. So when I ran away with Jerry that day, I put something together that wouldn't stop until the glory of God was achieved.